able to come, and I told them I would record. So, and if you guys have any questions, the chat is always open. I'll keep an eye out for that as well. All right. All right. All right. Can y'all see that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome, guys. Thank you for coming as I kind of get this baby going and off the ground. My name is Jen Brown, and I am starting my coaching process of working with teens and young adults. I also want to partner with parents because this is so important to me that we all work as a village, and that's where you'll get the most bang for your buck. I'm a mama to 3 kids, and I'm married. My college best bud, we were buds all through college, and I am a cancer mom, meaning my 8-year-old, she's 14 now, but when she was 8, did get diagnosed with leukemia. And so when I talk about the roller coasters going up and down, trust me, I'm on it, still there, but to navigate through a clearer perspective and awareness has shifted my life around. So that's why I think my passion comes in so strongly, is because I have been there and I have seen what it can do when it gets hard. Education for 16 years. I've graduated from IPEC, which just got on Forbes highest top life coaching list, and a member of the ICF, which is the International Coaching Foundation. And I'm currently honing my teen skills with the Teen Coaching Academy, because teens to me are just the funniest humans on earth. I love their personalities, and wouldn't you all just love to have a support when you were a teenager? I just feel like this is such a crucial time, and so this is where all of my heart comes from, is to working with these babies. All right. What is life coaching? Life coaching is normalizing. Let me move this over. Is normalizing where people are in life. It's a very quick process if done right, because it asks all those questions that we often do not think of on our own. So it just is a solution focused. Therapy focuses on the past. Coaching, we can touch on the past, but we use that to drive ourselves forward. What the block is and what we can do to move forward in our best way, not just to get it over with, but to enjoy the process and to, enjoy the journey, because this is our one life and this is our gift. So we need to stop and recognize that this is something that we're given, and our teens often do not even have a glimpse, they're in their own world, they're moving forward. It is what it is. So the teens I've been working with right now have really done a really good job. So if they have that direction and that guidance, they can stop and start to take in what's around them. And there's that gratitude, which is just dopamine shots to the brain. It's mentoring, it's guiding, it's celebrating self-development and self-leadership. So getting unstuck, goal setting, which is my favorite. That's an action plan, and creating follow through with the action plan, because there's not just saying good luck with that. It's that whole hand holding every step of the way, and then celebrating when they do complete, whatever goal that is going to best serve them. The way that this is something I wanted to show you guys, because this is something that I wanted to talk about, because this is the wheel of life that we are do in each session. So a lot of times with my teens, I will pull up this wheel of life and I will say, okay, if nothing's just popping into your head, what do you want to work on today? What is something that you need to focus on? And a lot of times we'll say, oh man, I got in a fight with my mom. Can we talk about family today? Or, man, school's about to start. I've gotten a few of those. School's about to start. I'm so nervous about homework. Can we talk about that today? And so every single one of them, I recently had a client that he loved being in his room, but it was super overwhelming because he was like, my bookshelf, I don't even look at it. It's too much. So we talked about how he took down his entire bookshelf and he organized it and put it back. And now it's his favorite part in the whole room. So it's just taking those little things that often you don't even realize are in your way or not giving you full, the full purpose. But that is something that we break down, and it helps the kids analyze what's going on in their life. And this wheel of life is great because it's never as pretty as the pictures. They're all intertwined. Family, it goes in with friends, and friends go in with spirituality, and wellness has an influence on their education in school. So this is something that I love, and it is one of my most favorite treasured things that I do with my teens. Okay, so let's go ahead and work with, some people were coming in late. I just want to make sure I'm not missing them. Let me stop real quick, make sure. Okay, I don't see anybody else. I just want to make sure they're not leaving them out in the waiting room. Okay, all right, awesome. So today's conversation, we are going to talk about grade ownership, studying, and the grit to do both. So what I'm going to talk about is so important because it has to do with committing yourself with that conversation and committing yourself to the setup for success. So as a parent, we're not here to do it for them. By no means are we doing it for them, but we also can't just assume that they're going to come home from school and know everything to do to set them up for success. So there's a lot of questions that come along with this. There's a lot of preparation that comes along with this. Being proactive is going to be so much more serving than the reactive of 4 weeks into school, you get a progress report and there's an issue and grades are not where they want them to be. They're already on the downslide by that point. So we're going to dive a little bit deeper into setting yourselves up for success. Okay, this is my most important piece of this whole puzzle. Is what is your teens or what is the young adult's identity? Every child, every person has an identity. Okay, that is who they are and their belief system that matches it. So are they an athlete? Are they a scholar? Are they the class clown? Because that's where they fit in. They're like, I can't do the grade part. So I'm going to be really funny and everybody's going to laugh at me and I'm going to be hilarious. And that's my identity. Am I going to be the quiet kid? Am I in the cheerleaders? Am I socially inspired? Do I want to just fit in and just hang out because that's the age where their brain, this teens age, is where their brains are so dependent on their friends to fit in that this is where they need to thrive. So they often just follow their friends. Are they a follower, in the sense of, oh, that gives me so much comfort if I'm not quite ready to go out on my own. So think about it. Where is your child's identity lie? And I had a mom the other day say, my child's not into anything. I don't even know. Okay. So, and they do have strong suits. They do. You may just not have discovered them yet. So kind of think about it with your kid. Hey, what do you want to be? What do you want to be when you grow up? And we're going to get to some questions that you're going to kind of help dig through. But every child identifies with something. This is where teachers, parents, friends, coaches, this is where we all can come in and help them identify what their identity is. And this is their belief system. Once they feel the support and that they have the option to be good at it and that they have the option to have some control at it, then they're going to have some buy-in. And that's going to be who they are. How is this sitting? Is this making sense? Can you guys type in the chat if this is making sense? Landing something. Oops. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, let's see. All right. Okay, so it's all making sense. I'm seeing that Duffy says yes. Okay, so this is so important because finding your child's identity. Okay, so it's a quiet clown. Okay, all right. Let me go back. Sorry, y'all know this is my first one. Okay, go back to. Okay, now I've got to figure out how to go back. My slides. Oh no. Oh, here it is. Okay. Woo. Okay, so yes, so this is where you will find your identity. Okay, everybody feel they understand it. Now, if there's just something you need to work on, then I'm happy to talk to you about it soon and we can have our own talk, but let's just keep going forward and see if you can pick up some little nuggets along the way. All right. Part of identifying your child's grades is setting them up for success. So that's their identity. They are also a student who has good grades. And the most important thing is that you have their buy-in, and then your support matches them where they are. If this is a new journey for them, then your support's going to have to lean over a little bit more than you're used to doing. Once they kind of start to build that confidence, you get to back up some, but they have to know that you as a parent are there to support them. Okay, let's think this through. The most important thing is to have your students buy it, right? What do you want to be when you go into the world? So here are some questions you could ask them. Hey, kiddo, where do you want to be when you grow up? Where do you want to go in this world? And then a lot of times they're going to say, oh, an NBA player, an MLB player, all that, which is fine because you can still use that example. You know what? Do you think that they got to the MLB by just, playing baseball all day? No, they had to go to college, or they had to go and work hard. They had to get their grades, and you could start researching how those people got where they wanted to be. You can say, you're kind of giving them a reason to flex. That makes sense. You want them to have to flex a little bit. They don't just get to say, because by this point, they're starting to get lower teens, higher teens. They're not that far away from college. They've got to start flexing about what they want to do. And when I say that, okay, let's say that they are a musician. Let's say that that's what they relate to. And they want to go to a concert. There's a concert they've been eyeing. Hey, so yes, I see that you want to go to that concert, but where's your flex? How have you shown me you want to go to that concert? What can we do? So you're almost giving him you earn it reward. You earn it to get the reward, because then they're going to have a little more buy-in. This is where they're going to want to feel relatable to what they're going to see. Okay, how are you going to achieve this goal? So a lot of good open-ended questions. These are called empowering questions. You're not going to get this by when they're playing video games or they're trying to do something. This is something when you are feeling good. You've got them feeling good. Ice cream, you're going on a drive. A lot of kids like to talk side by side when you get serious conversations going, because it's not as intimidating. So you're going to get them to open up. Hey, let's go on a walk. I don't know when, because it's so hot, but let's go on a walk. And so you're going to kind of come in with these questions. They're going to get their mind going. They're going to start thinking. Okay, great. So grades are so important. How are you going to reach out to your teacher if you have a grade you don't like? So start having those conversations now before school even starts. They're going to go in with tools in their toolbox that's going to help them kind of know what to do if something should come up, opposed to, I'm just a bad student. That's my identity. I just am not good at it. So no, your questions have started getting the ball rolling, because if not, they're left to think, I'm a bad student. I might as well not try. That's my identity. When it's tutoring, you can always come and reach out to me if you aren't sure how to work on this project. I'm here. Let's check in daily. Hey, what did you do today that was super hard? Hey, how'd you handle that? And that's when you need to celebrate. Now, don't fall to toxicity of celebrating. Don't do that. You don't want to just say, oh, you went to school today, I'm so proud of you. No, they need to earn your celebration, but be on the lookout for it. When did they follow out? So did you ask for help? Super. How did that make you feel? Okay, so right there, they're already advocating for themselves. You're going to champion that, because that's what you want them to do. That's the big picture. That is a huge skill that builds confidence. It builds grit. And then it's just a hit of dopamine every time they do something like that. That is so hard. And normally they wouldn't have the confidence to do it. But you've already had that conversation and you're already setting them up for success. Now, is it this easy? No. It's going to take many conversations. It's going to take many check-ins. And the champion, they're going to start to feel that champion from you. And they're going to start thinking, oh, wait. I try something new. I try something that we talk about. She's going to notice, or he's going to notice. And then they're going to say, good job. Wow, I can do this. So it does work. It does work. And that's what I do when I meet with my clients. I'm setting them up. They're doing it. I'm checking in with them, then we celebrate. And then we come back around and we do it all over again. And it's a little easier every time the cycle happens. All right, any questions about what we've been doing so far? I'm moving fast because I get excited. Is there anything that you guys have as far as questions? Duffy, can you read me any questions if questions come up? I see you on my screen, so that's how I do. All right, does anybody have any questions? Feeling good? All right, is this sitting well with anybody? You got it? I want to touch in. I want to make sure everybody is understanding and kind of on board. Okay, all right. All right, supporting the teen and young adult with steady support is like your yin to your yang. All right, so my advice on the study piece is to keep it simple. So the steps can be followed through. You want to have support, you want to have success with studying. So school's starting in like 5 weeks, right? So I know everybody's like, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to do it. It's totally fine. But kind of I'm planting, the reason I did this early, because I want to start planting the seeds. I want you to start kind of walking around the house and being like, where could they study? So good questions to ask your teen or young adult or younger teen. Excuse me. When do you have the most brain power to do your work? Because if it's left up to our kids on their own, they're going to start at like 10:30 because they know it's time to get, it's time to start going to bed. And they're like, oh my gosh, I'm supposed to do this. They're going to start at 10:30. They're going to go to bed at midnight. And then they're not setting themselves up for success. They're tired. They'll probably eat, crap for breakfast. They probably won't eat breakfast. And then they're going into the school day already like exhausted. So when do you have the most brain power, teen or young adult? And they might say, you know what? I'd rather just knock it out, because honestly, it's not an option for you to start at 10:30. So we're going to do this together. When do you want to work on homework? Okay. Right. When you get home, you want to take a break first? You want to start at like 4:30? Cool. Where do you study best? Do you like it in your room, or is that too distracting? Let's be honest, because a lot of times that's where the video games are. Or that's where the switches are. And so does it need to be at the kitchen table? Do you like to have music playing in the background, or do you need it to be quiet? I have one of each. I have a kid that needs a complete silence, and I have one that likes to have like background noise. So he turns on the TV on a station that just plays music and lets it low. So that is something that you would never think about asking them, but then they're advocating for themselves on, I can think so much better if I have a low, like lull of music. Cool. Then let's do that. Let's set you up. Why is it important for you to have good study habits? Give them the why. This is their grit. And then this is going to come back to say, oh my gosh, you want to be a doctor when you grow up, or you want to be a veterinarian. That's hard work. And this is where it starts. Just like you practice hard on the field, just like you practice hard when you are, practicing music. So you're combining that identity with what they love, and then you're applying it with their studying. And eventually they're going to merge and mesh, and they're going to be one. And you're going to find that they have that same passion, because it makes sense. Like the holistic wheel, they all weave together. So that's what you're doing. You're weaving your wheel together with your own kiddo. And setting themselves up for success is picking up leadership skills, because now they're setting themselves up to do what's best for them. The confidence in themselves to work for something and make it happen, carving out a place that was designed for a purpose. It's a win-win. There's no nagging. Have you done your homework tonight? I mean, how many parents would wish not to have that? You know what? Oh, we set up this time. Now, if they don't follow through, then you're going to have a conversation about it. I can see you're not doing your homework at 4:30. What's up? Is there a different time we need to settle up with? So then you're having a conversation. This often, I have noticed, keeps secrets away. When I first started with a couple of the kids, they were keeping secrets from their parents. If they don't know, I won't get in trouble. Well, we're working through how to have conversations that's going to advocate for themselves and not just keep secrets, because that's never going to end well. So it really is, having that open-ended conversation is going to inspire them to advocate for themselves. And that's what we all want with our kiddos. All right, I'm going to pause. Any questions or any comments? Feeling good? Okay. Okay, so this is just a little shout out. I'm not going to do too much of talking about this, but I do have a hybrid model coming up, and this is the first time I'm going to be doing it. So it is going to be super good deal as far as the money part. And I'm changing this to the 15th because I would rather start closer to school, because I'm hearing that a lot from people right now. I just want to wait till school starts. So it's going to be once a week. I'm going to have 3 to 5 teens, and they want to join a cohort of other teens to share their roadblocks and support their successes. My goal with this is that these teens will realize, because half the battle with working with teens is to normalize what is going on. They often think they're the only ones going through something, and that is not the case. So having somebody else to say, oh man, this teacher is not nice, they're giving us so much homework, victim, 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 which is the lowest level of energy. And then somebody else coming in and saying, I've got that same teacher at my school. Man, it is rough. And then we'll go through and talk about what are some strategies we can do so you're no longer the victim. You have control in the situation, and then we're going to work together. So it's normalizing what's going on and to help them feel, hey, we're in this together. So it includes training, question and answers, a personalized coaching. We'll do 7 hangouts with a group once a week, and then I will transition them to one-on-one coaching session with me. And that's when I will focus in on whatever their blocks are, and we will unblock them, and then we'll get an action plan and set them up for success. And then I will be their accountability partner, and we'll watch them do those goals. And it's their goals, it's not my goals, because I don't know what's going on in their lives as well as they do. So they're really good at this when you can set them up for it. I have a workbook with action items assigned, unlimited texts and email support for parents and students, parent updates, parent consult upon request, and certificates of completion for college and resumes. And the cost is $850 for the whole package. And then if you join by July 14th, then it will be $50 off. And so this is my opportunity to join your family village and be that hyper-focused piece of your precious family puzzle. So any questions about this? So far, so good? Okay. Okay, and some of the session topics that we'll talk about with my hybrid group is going to be organization skills, time management, tackling negative self-talk, which is a huge one. Man, my teens are really struggling with this. So that's something where I'm working on with multiple kids. Building affirmations into your daily schedule, stress and anxiety management, emotional intelligence, goal setting, powerful choices and problem solving, and building confidence, self-care, and leadership skills. And so I will be reaching out to you guys later. This is not anything, I just kind of want to present it because I'm excited that this is my first hybrid group. And I just could not be more thrilled to get the opportunity to work with your kid if this is something you're looking for. Now, if you did come to this session, I am going to give your teen a free session that is going to be talking about study skills and grade ownership. And that will be next week. And I will send all that information to you. And so if you have a teen or a young adult that you're kind of thinking, man, I think it's okay, but it may not be okay. Or man, we struggled with that last year. Put them on. It's safe. It's a safe place. I have a good rapport with the teens. I make it easy for them. So far, so good. Everybody's been real natural. And so, yeah, that's just going to be a safe place for them to come on, even if they just want to listen. That's okay. This is a stress-free zone because they are listening and they are soaking it in. And it's just really cool to see them kind of come out of their shell when they have that right guidance. So anyway, I think that is all I have for now. And I got under my 30 minutes. That was my goal. I told them 30 minutes. So if anybody has any questions, I'm happy to stay on and I can talk to you about anything going on. But otherwise, I appreciate you guys coming. And yeah, if you found value in this, if you don't mind leaving something on the chat, because I am going to use that to kind of just put on my social media. Just we did it, and it's just exciting for me. So if you found value in this, I would appreciate that. And if you have any questions, just let me know. All right.
Fantastic.
All right.
This is great. Thank you, Jennifer.
Okay. Did I talk too fast? Do you have any questions? I feel like I might have.